The Stampede Bumper Cars have been at Six Flags in New England for over 2 decades, but they got a massive refresh in 2024. This included brand new cars and atmospheric effects. Do these make this an experience you cannot miss when you're at the park now? Find out in this review. In December 1996, the then Riverside Park was purchased by Premier Parks. Over the next 3 years, the park added tens of millions of dollars in investments. This included a large new roller coaster and mind eraser, the Island Kingdom Water Park, 2 water rides for the amusement side, a renovated kids area, and over a dozen flat rides. One of the biggest additions in 1999 was Crack Axle Canyon. This was a Western-themed area with 4 different flat rides, including the Stampede Bumper Cars. Now, I've seen several sites list these bumper cars as opening in 1997, but I think that's inaccurate. First, the park had an old set of bumper cars through the 1998 season. These were retired and removed when Blizzard River was added in 1999. You could make the argument that this would be a rare park to have had 2 sets of bumper cars at the same time. I mean, this is the park that once had 2 boomerangs side by side and currently has 2 different frisbee rides. But the real clues are with the 1999 brochure. This lists Stampede as an all-new attraction. Further, the early 1999 park map was incredibly lazy. They didn't bother updating the artwork for the new rides. You can see the old rides from 1998 that were either removed or relocated. They literally just put arrows denoting where the new for 1999 rides were going. If you look at the map, the Stampede bumper cars have an arrow that does not point to a pre-existing ride. Instead, it just pointed to some grass, which strongly suggests these cars were a 1999 edition. The building was designed specifically for Crack Axle Canyon, and it is shared with JB's Smokehouse. The right half with the bumper cars is a wooden exterior and a sign for a livery stable. The interior has a similar wooden aesthetic, and the walls were previously lined the whole way around with Western paraphernalia. For years, the ride has been rebranded as Rage in the Cage for the Fright Fest Halloween event. This has included blacklit artwork of monsters along the back wall, some lighting effects, and louder music. This overlay always has added some extra popularity to the ride. For the 2024 season, the park decided to give the ride an enhanced atmosphere year-round. This is not something they had to do, which is pretty surprising given that they don't actually have a new for 2024 ride. Multicolored lights were added to the ceiling, and multicolored strobe lights fly through the building. Many of the old props were removed. The props that remained were placed in a tighter cluster. Then the back wall received 3 projector screens. These have a multicolored wave effect similar to what you'd see at an EDM concert. And speakers play up-tempo dance remixes of Western music during the ride cycle. I am glad they picked songs that tie into the overall themed area. The visual and audio effects may not be the grandest, but it does give the ride a dance club atmosphere, and it's a definite upgrade over what was there previously. These look solid by day, but I imagine they'll look even cooler at night. But we will have to wait a few weeks until the park is open late enough for it to get dark. The queue line wraps around the outside of the arena, so you get some great views of the ride cycling while you wait. It helps build anticipation. This typically has a manageable wait. Usually, it is no more than a 2 to 3 cycle wait at worst, or 10 to 15 minutes maximum. If it does have a sizable queue, it is included in the park's paid Flash Pass Skip the Line system. A main reason for manageable waits is because of the quantity of cars. This ride typically has roughly 2 dozen in the arena, and most are available on any given day. Once seated, riders are restrained by a seatbelt that you pull over one shoulder. It is tight and one size fits all, so this is a bit awkward to get in and out of. Then there's a secondary lap bar that rests over your lap. As with many bumper cars that use this type of restraint, it does not lock during the ride cycle. The cycle is roughly 2 minutes in duration. Most bumper cars use an overhead system to power the cars. This consists of a conductive floor and ceiling. Stampede uses something called the floor pickup method. so the cars are powered exclusively by the floor. This eliminates the need for poles off the backs of the cars. As with many bumper cars in the United States, this one features a one-way arena with a center divider. This is intended to design out head-on collisions. These are not allowed on this ride, and you will be yelled at by the operator if you perform one. These cars were average in speed and power prior to the 2024 season, but the cars added in 2024 seem slower and weaker than before. I got a few solid collisions if I smacked someone as they were rounding the bend, but they were not as impactful as past years. Most collisions were merely gentle taps. Now I'd say the cars are below average in the speed and power department. This makes the experience much milder for younger guests, but it is a disappointment for older riders that want to dish out bone-rattling hits. The arena is a very good size though. It has good length and width, so there's plenty of space to move around, even with so many cars in use. So what would I rate the Stampede Bumper Cars? I would give this ride a 5 out of 10. I really like the atmosphere upgrade for 2024. The lighting and music helps the ride stand out relative to other rides in the genre, and I imagine it'll look sweet at night. I also have to commend the park for going above and beyond with a 25-year-old attraction. However, the new fleet of cars does not have the power that I personally want when I ride bumper cars, and I doubt that's going to change going forwards. So those are my thoughts on the Stampede Bumper Cars at Six Flags New England. What are your thoughts on the changes for the 2024 season? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.